Dear Starseed from Gaia, the person who just entered your life carries a sacred contract with your soul. I am Ophelia, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, bringing you this transmission from the Arcturian Council. Every soul who crosses your path in this lifetime has been divinely orchestrated by forces beyond the physical realm. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to recognize the divine purpose behind every soul connection in your life. But here's the first revelation. The universe places specific souls in your path at exact moments when your heart is ready to expand into its next level of love and healing. You didn't find this message by chance. Your heart called this transmission in. Right now, as you're hearing these words, someone significant has recently appeared in your reality, and your soul is asking why. The Arcturian Council wants you to know that divine love operates through sacred timing, not human coincidence. This isn't just content. This is a direct communication from your spiritual support team. Whether this person feels like your twin flame, a soulmate catalyst, or a healing mirror, their arrival signals that your heart is expanding into divine union consciousness. Like this transmission to affirm to the universe, my heart is ready to understand divine soul connections. Comment angel numbers if you feel the truth of this message, activating something deep within your soul. This isn't just a moment of insight. It's a moment of divine recognition. Your heart knows why you're here. You've met people who changed everything with a single conversation. A brief exchange of words that felt like a seismic shift within your very being, altering the trajectory of your thoughts, your beliefs, or even your entire life path. You've crossed paths with strangers who felt impossibly familiar, as if you'd known them across countless eons, their eyes reflecting a kinship that transcended the bounds of this present moment. You've had moments where the timing was so exquisitely perfect it sent chills cascading down your spine, a whisper from the cosmos confirming an unseen orchestration. Most people, living within the confines of a purely material reality, dismiss these profound experiences as mere coincidence, a fortunate or unfortunate roll of life's dice. But if you're feeling an insistent pull towards something deeper, if you sense with an unwavering inner knowing that there's an invisible, iridescent thread meticulously connecting every meaningful encounter, every poignant glance, every synchronous happening in your life, then you are not alone. You are beginning to remember what your immortal soul has always known, stirring from a long slumber to recall the sacred architecture of existence. Every single person you meet, from the fleeting passerby to the most intimate partner, is placed on your path by an intricate cosmic design. This isn't random chaos. It is a meticulously crafted symphony, a grand ballet where every participant has their cue. Not accidentally, not by some arbitrary happenstance. Every whispered conversation, every shared glance that lingers a fraction too long, every profound heart connection that leaves an indelible mark upon your spirit is purposefully orchestrated by a benevolent, all-seeing universe. This universe holds the panoramic view of the grand tapestry of your soul's evolution, understanding precisely what threads need to be woven, what colors introduced, what knots unraveled, to bring forth the masterpiece of your highest self. Today, we will embark on a journey to truly comprehend why some people feel like an instant homecoming, a familiar echo in the vast wilderness of the world, the moment your eyes meet, and how integrating this profound, ancient truth will utterly transform the landscape of how you perceive, navigate, and engage with relationships forevermore. It's an invitation to see the divine intelligence at play in every human interaction, recognizing the sacred geometry of connection that shapes our very being. Most people navigate their entire lives tethered to the belief that love, true intimacy, and profound connection are elusive treasures, matters of sheer luck or capricious circumstance. They operate under the illusion that finding their destined person is a lottery, a game of being in the right place at the right time, a tiresome grind of swiping through an endless digital parade of profiles, or passively waiting for some mythical bolt of lightning to strike, illuminating their path with an unexpected spark. They search externally, believing destiny is a force outside of them, a capricious fate to be hoped for. But those souls who are stirring, Those who are awakening to their deeper purpose and the grander scope of their spiritual journey know with an unshakable conviction that there is something infinitely more profound, more intricate, and more intentional occurring beneath the surface. They intuit a hidden order, a spiritual blueprint guiding every step and every encounter. You are not, dear one, simply bumping into people like atoms colliding aimlessly in the void. You are being meticulously guided with an unseen hand toward specific souls who carry within them vital keys. Keys to unlock chambers of your own healing, to catalyze profound dimensions of your growth, and to ignite dormant embers of remembrance within your ancient soul. That person who, at one point, broke your heart into what felt like a million irreparable pieces was not a mistake, not an unfortunate error in judgment. They were, in truth, holding up a mirror, showing you precisely what needed to be released, what energetic shackles you were ready to shed, what boundaries needed to be erected for your sovereign self. The friend who materialized in your life exactly when your spirit was at its lowest ebb, offering solace and unwavering support, was no mere coincidence. They were fulfilling a sacred soul contract, an ancient promise made to walk alongside you during a crucial passage. And that lover who felt like they knew you across countless lifetimes, whose very presence resonated with an inexplicable sense of déjà vu, didn't just feel familiar. They were familiar. Companions from journeys long past, returning to continue an unfinished symphony. Every interaction, even the painful ones, is a deliberate stroke of the universe's brush on the canvas of your becoming. The fundamental reason why some relationships unfurl with an almost divine grace, feeling effortless and aligned, while others ensnare us in a perpetual cycle of struggle, misunderstanding, and emotional toil, isn't solely about superficial compatibility or fleeting chemistry. It penetrates far deeper, resonating at the core of your being. It is, at its essence, about soul recognition, a profound energetic resonance that happens when two souls acknowledge each other on a vibrational level, bypassing the ego's filters. It's about discerning whether you are encountering someone whose destiny, whose very energetic blueprint, is intricately woven into the grand tapestry of your own soul's journey, or whether you are attempting, often with great effort and sorrow, to force connections that were never truly meant to delve into the depths of authentic, enduring intimacy. When you begin to grasp this pivotal truth, a liberation occurs. You cease the exhausting, ultimately futile endeavor of trying to mold and reshape wrong people into right partners, desperately attempting to fit square pegs into round holes. Instead, you begin to cultivate an inner radar, an intuitive discernment that allows you to effortlessly recognize and welcome the ones who were always meant to organically, beautifully find you, like rivers flowing naturally to meet the ocean. Before your conscious mind even formed a memory, before your tiny lungs drew their very first breath, your soul, in its infinite wisdom, meticulously chose every major encounter, every pivotal crossroads, every defining relationship that would shape your journey on this earthly plane. It was an elaborate pre-incarnation planning session, a sacred agreement in the ethereal realms. The people who would become your most profound teachers of love, those who would ignite the dormant embers of your inner strength and resilience, the ones who would, often painfully, mirror your deepest wounds so that you could finally see, acknowledge, and heal them. All of it was designed with exquisite precision, an elaborate cosmic curriculum awaiting your arrival. What often manifests on the surface as devastating heartbreak, a shattering of expectations, was in the cosmic scheme of things, a necessary preparation, an alchemical fire designed to forge new strength. What felt like crushing rejection, a door slamming shut in your face, was in truth a divine redirection, guiding you away from a path that would have served you less, towards one more aligned with your highest good. And what appeared to be frustrating delays, a stalling of your deepest desires, was simply divine timing at play, patiently creating the absolutely perfect conditions, the optimal energetic resonance, for your true, destined connections to gracefully emerge, like blossoms unfurling precisely when the sun and soil are ready. The first key, then, to unlocking this profound understanding of cosmic design and moving through life with unparalleled grace is the cultivation of soul recognition. You don't need a map or a verbal cue. You know it the very moment it happens, a visceral, unmistakable signature in your energetic field. Something deep within your chest might suddenly expand, an almost palpable opening of your heart space. A pervasive, anxious chatter in your mind quiets, replaced by an unusual sense of peace and clarity. Your entire energy field, your very aura, feels as though it aligns, slotting into place with an exquisite click. This isn't the fleeting, often superficial attraction based purely on physical appearance, societal status, or what someone might be able to provide for your ego's desires. This is a far older, deeper resonance. This is your immortal soul, recognizing another soul it has known, loved, and journeyed with across countless lifetimes, a reunion it has been patiently waiting to remember, to embrace once more. These encounters rarely feel like novel meetings. They feel profoundly like cherished reunions, a homecoming to a forgotten part of yourself, reflected in another. When you are blessed with the experience of meeting someone your soul instantly recognizes, something extraordinary happens. Time itself seems to shift, bending and dissolving in their presence. Hours melt into minutes, and profound conversations unfurl with an effortless grace, flowing like ancient rivers, finding their predestined path home to the sea. There's no awkwardness or forced small talk. Rather, silences between you feel sacred, pregnant with unspoken understanding, resonating with a depth that words often struggle to capture. You find yourself, almost unconsciously, saying things you have never dared to articulate out loud, sharing vulnerably from the deepest recesses of your being. You discover an immediate, profound trust, entrusting them with tender pieces of your heart you previously believed were far too fragile, too precious to share with anyone. This isn't a sign of weakness or foolish naivete. On the contrary, this is your soul, wise and ancient, responding with impeccable accuracy to another soul it has been intricately designed to connect with, to dance with, to evolve with in this lifetime. It is a testament to the innate intelligence of your spirit. However, it is crucial to understand that soul recognition, in its full expression, often goes both ways. If you experience that profound, unmistakable resonance, that inner knowing, and yet the other person doesn't seem to feel or reflect the same depth of connection, that itself is vital information, a piece of the cosmic puzzle. It doesn't negate your recognition. Rather, it indicates a different facet of the connection. It means you are recognizing someone from your extended soul family, a cherished companion from other journeys, who might not, in this particular moment, be energetically ready for the profound depth, the intimacy, or the specific role your heart is imagining for them in this lifetime. Their current path, their own evolutionary stage, might require a different interaction. The recognition itself, that undeniable inner spark, is never wrong. It is an authentic, energetic truth. But the timing and the precise form or duration that the connection is meant to take may unfold in a manner vastly different and often more nuanced than your egoic mind or your eager heart initially anticipates. This requires discernment, patience, and a deep respect for individual soul journeys. The second key to navigating the labyrinth of human connection with spiritual wisdom is understanding the profound concept of soul contracts. Long before you descended into this physical realm, before your consciousness merged with this earthly vessel, your soul, in its purest form, sat in council with other souls. There, in the boundless expanse of the ethereal, sacred agreements were forged, intricate contracts delineating precisely how you would support each other's growth, healing, and evolution in this particular lifetime. Some of these contracts are profoundly about healing old, persistent wounds together, perhaps karmic patterns carried across many incarnations. Others are focused on the co-creation of something truly beautiful and impactful in the world, a shared mission or purpose. Still others are meticulously designed to teach each other specific, potent lessons. lessons about the true nature of unconditional love, the transformative power of forgiveness, the unwavering courage required to live authentically, or the profound peace found in surrender. These contracts are the unseen threads that weave through the fabric of your life, guiding encounters and shaping experiences. The inherent challenge, and often the source of much human confusion and suffering, is that most people do not consciously remember these ancient contracts. They are hidden from the waking mind, veiled by the amnesia of incarnation. So, when someone destined to show up and fulfill their sacred agreement with you actually appears, the manifestation of that contract might not align with what your ego mind thought it wanted, or what your societal conditioning has led you to expect. The person specifically meant to ignite your sense of self-worth might do so, not by showering you with external validation, but by demonstrating, perhaps painfully, what you absolutely will no longer tolerate, what behaviors you must release from your energetic field. The soul partner meant to blast open the dormant chambers of your heart, allowing divine love to flow freely, might paradoxically accomplish this by, at first, breaking it open, creating fissures through which the illuminating light of truth and compassion can finally penetrate. And the individual who is destined to become your greatest love, your most profound spiritual partner, might initially arrive disguised as your greatest challenge, a formidable mirror reflecting your deepest fears and unhealed aspects, requiring immense courage to embrace. This intricate, often counterintuitive dance of soul contracts is precisely why forced connections, relationships born of desperation, manipulation, or societal expectation, invariably crumble and never endure long-term. You cannot manipulate or manufacture a genuine soul contract. Its blueprint is already set, its energetic signature immutable. Similarly, it's why authentic, divinely guided connections often feel utterly inevitable, possessing an unstoppable momentum, even when they present significant difficulties, even when they challenge every preconceived notion you hold about love and relationship. Your role, in this grand cosmic play, is not to exert control or dictate terms. It is to cultivate an exquisite awareness, learning to recognize when a soul contract is actively unfolding, activating its preordained purpose. Then, with deep faith and unwavering trust, you are invited to choose to honor what is organically unfolding, surrendering to the wisdom of the universe, rather than futilely attempting to control the powerful currents of destiny. The third key, a cornerstone of spiritual freedom in relationships, is releasing your tenacious grip on control over timing. Your soul, an ancient navigator, intrinsically knows the perfect schedule, the divine cadence of your journey. Your human mind, however, conditioned by linear time and instant gratification, often thinks it knows better, imposing its impatient deadlines on the unfolding of creation. This discrepancy, this gaping chasm between the universe's benevolent divine timing and human ego's desperate impatience, is the fertile ground from which so much suffering, anxiety, and frustration spring. You might encounter someone who resonates like absolute destiny, a perfect energetic match, only to find they are currently unavailable, entangled in another commitment, or geographically distant. You might feel profoundly ready, emotionally and spiritually, for your destined person to appear, yet the horizon remains empty, seemingly devoid of their presence. You know, with crystal clarity, precisely what kind of connection you desire, what form your ideal partnership should take. But the universe, in its infinite wisdom, appears to have profoundly different and often far grander plans. Here's the transformative truth that shifts everything. Divine timing is neither random nor cruel. It is exquisitely intelligent, a profound manifestation of cosmic love. Every perceived delay, every moment of waiting, is not stagnation, but purposeful preparation time, a sacred incubation period where you are being subtly refined, strengthened, or brought into greater alignment. Every seemingly frustrating detour, every unexpected twist in the road, is meticulously leading you exactly where you need to be, gathering vital experiences and insights that are indispensable for your next level of connection. Every closed door, every rejection that stings, is, in reality, a powerful act of protection, safeguarding you from something that would have, in the long run, limited your highest potential, diverted you from your true path, or hindered your soul's grandest expansion. When you consciously choose to align with cosmic timing, surrendering to its perfect rhythm instead of fighting against its powerful unseen currents, you begin to perceive with clarity that you have never, not for a single moment, been behind schedule. You have always been, in every single breath and every single step, precisely where you needed to be for the magnificent, unfolding evolution of your radiant soul. In this profound surrender, a liberating paradox emerges. The people who are genuinely meant to be in your life, whose destinies are intertwined with yours, cannot possibly miss you, even if they were to try with all their might to resist the magnetic pull. The universe will orchestrate their arrival, their return, their undeniable presence. Conversely, the ones who are not meant to stay, whose contractual role in your journey has reached its natural completion, cannot be held, no matter how tightly your human hands, driven by fear or attachment, attempt to grip them. This understanding isn't about fostering passivity or a fatalistic resignation to circumstance. On the contrary, it's about cultivating an exquisite responsiveness, an intuitive discernment to what the universe is genuinely offering, presenting, and orchestrating, rather than stubbornly demanding what your ego thinks it needs or what your limited perspective desires. It's about dancing with the flow of life, rather than trying to force the river upstream. The fourth key to conscious relationships is recognizing and honoring karmic completion. Some individuals enter your life not with the intention of remaining by your side indefinitely, but with a specific, potent purpose: to heal something ancient, to reconcile an unresolved energetic imbalance that exists between your souls. These karmic connections often announce their presence with an intense, almost overwhelming energetic charge right from the beginning, precisely because there is significant old business to be resolved, deep energetic patterns requiring resolution. They might trigger you in particularly raw, uncomfortable ways, pushing buttons within you that you didn't even realize existed. They can bring to the surface persistent patterns, ingrained responses, or deep-seated fears that you genuinely believed you had already processed, healed, and transcended. They are the alchemists of your past, appearing to help you transmute lead into gold. The natural human temptation, when faced with such intense and emotionally charged connections, is to misinterpret that very intensity as an irrefutable sign of deep compatibility, or conversely, to label the triggering as outright toxicity and an unequivocal sign to flee. But sometimes, that powerful intensity is simply the raw, potent energy of old, ancestral wounds finally being brought to the surface, demanding to be seen, acknowledged, and cleared. And that intense triggering is not always a malevolent force. It is often your soul, in its profound wisdom, signaling with urgency. We have carried this burden, this unhealed pattern, long enough. It is finally time to face it, to understand it, and to heal it. Together. The critical, transformative key lies in cultivating a refined discernment, learning to differentiate between someone who is genuinely in your life to heal alongside you, walking a parallel path of mutual growth and support, versus someone who is present specifically to facilitate the healing of something with you, so that both of you can then, with grace and completion, move forward separately, liberated from the ancient ties that once bound you. When the work of karmic healing is complete, when the lesson has been fully absorbed and the energetic imbalance rectified, these connections almost invariably begin to naturally dissolve, gently fading like a sunset, or they gracefully transform into something entirely different, perhaps a platonic friendship, a distant mentor-mentee relationship, or a mutual respect from afar. This dissolution is not a failure. It is, in fact, a profound success. It signifies that both souls involved have meticulously fulfilled the sacred contract they made before birth. You have both learned precisely what you came together to learn, harvested the wisdom, and released the burden. Trying to forcibly extend these connections beyond their natural, divinely appointed completion date invariably creates immense suffering, attachment, and energetic entanglement for everyone involved, clinging to a story that has already reached its rightful, powerful conclusion. The fifth key, a truly magnetic and liberating principle, is embodying magnetic authenticity. When you fully internalize the understanding that every single encounter, every relationship that graces your life, is cosmically designed with exquisite precision, a profound shift occurs within your being. You cease the exhausting, performative dance of trying to earn or manipulate connection. You stop striving to be what you think someone else wants you to be, perpetually morphing into a chameleon of acceptability. Instead, you begin the sacred act of simply being who you actually are, becoming utterly available for authentic, resonant connection. This shift, from performance to presence, is nothing short of revolutionary, because the individuals who are genuinely meant to find you, whose souls are encoded to recognize yours, can only truly perceive and connect with you when you are courageously being your authentic, unvarnished self. And conversely, the people who are not truly meant for you, who would not resonate with your core truth, simply won't be attracted to the real you anyway, acting as a natural, energetic filter. Magnetic authenticity means showing up in the world as your full, multifaceted self, embracing your luminous light alongside your integrated shadows, acknowledging your tender wounds while celebrating your hard-won wisdom, honoring your perplexing questions as much as your unwavering certainties. It means finding the courage to speak your deepest truth, even when your voice trembles with vulnerability, even when the words feel shaky and uncertain. It means honoring the quiet, often illogical nudges of your intuition, even when they defy the logical constructs of the rational mind or societal expectations. Most profoundly, it means cultivating an unshakable trust that the right people, the ones who are truly aligned with your soul's essence, will love and cherish you precisely for who you are, in your entirety, rather than for some carefully constructed facade you felt compelled to project. They will love the messy, glorious, imperfectly perfect you. When you consistently embody this radiant, uncompromising kind of authenticity, something truly magical, alchemical, and deeply empowering begins to unfold in your life. You naturally stop attracting people who require you to diminish yourself, to compromise your truth, or to be fundamentally different from who you are in order for them to bestow their love or acceptance upon you. Instead, you effortlessly begin to attract and draw towards you souls who not only accept, but celebrate, cherish, and actively uplift exactly who you are, reveling in your unique expression of divinity. Your energetic field, infused with the frequency of your authentic self, becomes a powerful, unmistakable beacon, a lighthouse in the cosmic ocean. It guides and draws forth souls who are actively seeking the specific medicine, the unique wisdom, the particular frequency that you, and only you, carry. You become an irresistible magnet for the very connections your soul has been patiently, eagerly waiting for, knowing they will arrive when you are fully yourself. The sixth key, often the most challenging to embrace, is trusting the profound intelligence embedded within separation itself. Some of your most significant, most transformative soul connections will, at various junctures, involve periods of profound distance, unsettling silence, or an apparent, painful ending. This is not a punishment for some unseen transgression, nor is it a sign of failure in the relationship. On the contrary, it is the universe, in its boundless wisdom, meticulously creating the necessary sacred space, the fertile ground, for deep, transformative growth that can often only happen in solitude, away from the influence or comfort of the other. When two souls are intricately meant to be together, their destinies interwoven like ancient threads, but one or both are not yet fully ready, not yet vibrationally aligned for the next level of that connection, the cosmos will orchestrate whatever separation, whatever period of individual ripening, is absolutely necessary for that essential readiness to develop, to blossom. If someone deeply important has seemingly vanished from your life, If a person you love with an expansive heart feels suddenly unreachable or emotionally distant, if someone who resonated with the unmistakable frequency of destiny appears to have inexplicably disappeared, before you succumb to despair and assume that the story is definitively over, take a sacred pause. Consider the possibility that it might merely be an intermission, a necessary pause in a multi-act play. Some connections, like migratory birds, are intrinsically meant to spiral back together, reuniting with renewed purpose and deeper understanding, but only after both individuals have evolved, grown, and integrated specific lessons independently. Some profound loves, rich and complex, are destined to have multiple chapters, with periods of necessary space and individual evolution woven between them, allowing for a richer tapestry to emerge. The true key, in these challenging periods of separation, is to utilize this time wisely, actively and consciously, rather than passively waiting for something external to shift. Do not merely endure the absence, engage with it. Let the distance between you teach you the profound lessons that togetherness, with its comforts and distractions, could not reveal. Allow the silence, often initially unsettling, to show you the subtle truths, the inner stirrings, the unspoken needs that the noise and constant interaction might have habitually covered up. Let the absence of their physical presence illuminate what their constant presence might have, perhaps unconsciously, overshadowed within your own being. For when someone returns to your life after a period of significant self-initiated growth and transformation has occurred for both of you, the connection itself has the potential to emerge at a dramatically deeper, more resonant, and profoundly more fulfilling level than was ever previously possible. The seventh, and perhaps most liberating key in this journey of conscious connection, is the profound act of surrendering to the mystery. Even when you have dedicated yourself to understanding the intricate architecture of cosmic design, even when you have diligently studied the patterns of soul recognition, contracts, and timing, you will still, inevitably, encounter moments when you won't fully comprehend the grand design. Some connections will forever remain elusive mysteries, their purpose unfolding in ways that defy logical explanation or immediate categorization. Some individuals will touch your life with an inexplicable grace, leaving an indelible mark in ways you cannot articulate or neatly define. And some relationships, in their magnificent complexity, will defy every single pattern, every rule, every theoretical construct you thought you had learned about how cosmic design works. They will stretch your understanding, challenge your assumptions, and expand your capacity for wonder. This is precisely where faith comes in. Not a dogmatic, rigid religious faith bound by specific doctrines or external authority, but a far more ancient, profound, and deeply personal soul faith. It is the unwavering trust in the benevolent wisdom of existence, even when the immediate path is obscured, even when the next step is invisible to the human eye. This soul faith is an inner knowing, an inherent confidence in the profound intelligence that orchestrates the universe, guiding every atom, every star, and every soul connection with impeccable grace and purpose. This faith is the deep conviction that there is a higher order at play, a greater love presiding over all, and that even in moments of profound uncertainty or perceived chaos, every encounter, every separation, every challenge, and every joyous reunion is ultimately serving your soul's highest good, propelling you forward on your unique journey of awakening and expansion. It is a faith that allows you to release the need to control, to know all the answers, and simply rest in the unfolding perfection of the present moment, trusting that the universe has your back and that every soul connection is a sacred gift, whether it lasts a moment or a lifetime. For those who resonate with these profound truths and wish to delve even deeper into the intricacies of cosmic connections and the path of awakened relationships, I've created a special, comprehensive guide. This free ebook, Decoding Your Soul Connections, a guide to recognizing your true soul family and navigating divine timing in relationships, offers practical exercises, deeper insights, and meditations to help you master soul recognition, understand your unique soul contracts, and align with divine timing. You can download your copy instantly by clicking the link in the description below. It's a powerful tool to further illuminate your journey and empower you to co-create the most fulfilling, purpose-driven relationships your soul truly desires. If this message resonated with your soul, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might benefit from hearing this truth. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next deep dive into spiritual wisdom. If this transmission spoke to you, don't just walk away from it. Respond to it. Help carry this message further. Every act of support helps this transmission find the next starseed who needs it.